I'm blocking your number, and I'm done, and I hope you find whatever the frick you're looking for. Why aren't you at my house? Wait, what? We're done. I thought I was free.
What more do you want from me?
Hello, friends. Welcome back to ReddX Trace Amounts of Science today as we head into r/NiceGirls. That's right, the very definition of hose mad. Just all the time. I don't know why. What's going on there? We're going to try and find out today. Although the mysteries of the universe are indeed boundless, thank you for joining me on the search for answers. Let's go ahead and we'll get on into this thing. This OP says he just met his first nice girl in the wild. What an unfortunate encounter for you. He says, howdy, how's your week going? And she says, hi. And he says, yeah, I feel like we matched here before, thinking emoji. And she says, I wouldn't have a clue. And he said, haha, fair enough. Yeah, she doesn't remember. There's too many guys and too many faces. You're all just like one big blur to me. I don't even remember your names. OP says, you seem familiar, is all. So you're chasing an adventure buddy? What kind of adventures are we talking about? And she says, night. And he says, all right, I get the hint. Peace. Honestly, I'm not even mad. Okay, you take the L, you move on. Really, it's not even an L. Like, what are you missing out on here? She's got the personality of a child's glue stick. Not even one of the interesting ones with glitter in it or smells or anything. Just bland, terrible. She says, just because I don't want to converse with anyone and I'm tired, good. Adios if the shoe fits. It ain't always about you. Skull emoji, red flag emoji. Oh yeah, I sent him a red flag emoji and I was like, get wrecked, loser. Because he was asking me questions and I was like, go away. And then he actually was like going to go away. Isn't that so crazy? Yeah, I guess it is, isn't it? As I found out, the shoe does fit. I don't need to correct the record at all. Just, okay, bye then. OP goes on and says, that's really emotionally mature of you. Maybe use your words next time and don't be dry as fuck, but I don't know. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I mean, you are dropping some handy hints, but maybe she should pick them up, honestly. And then she says, how about you get a life? Women can't be autistic, right? Piss off, mate. Oh, that's the excuse for being a less than engaging human being. Don't use the tism to try and shield yourself from your own bad behavior. You knew what you were doing. Otherwise, you might be like, let's talk about adventures tomorrow. I'm going to sleep now. Instead, just one word, night. Okay, I don't blame him for dipping. And it's a good thing, too, because, yeah, this wasn't going to go well anyways. So good start. Let's go ahead and move on into our next post. Another first-time catch. Apparently preferences are bad. That's right. You're not allowed to like dating. What do you think this is a thing for you to enjoy? It's not! It looks like she's replying to something that he posted, which is, kids, a family is an end goal. And of course she has to say, I don't want kids though. Okay, bitch. Then go away. That's what we're doing. But only if you agree, of course.
Wait, you think I didn't think of that? Of course I thought of that.
I'm not trying to coerce you into anything. Just swipe left and then nobody has to deal with it. Anyway, she says, has kids is a swipe left. Must be a first-time shared experience. What a loser. I'm only swiping to tell you that you're balding and well over 30. You definitely a swipe left. How pathetic can you be? And then OP attached a picture, which that's just delightful. You love to see that, don't you?
Who's that wonderful girl? Could she be any cuter?
So now we can go all in on you. Wouldn't that be nice, onion head, with your flimsy, frizzy-ass hair? You got these big fat arms, but like no shape. I don't even know where the hips or anything are. It's just, it's a really sad state of affairs that you got going on there. You're not turning any heads. Even the seagulls in the picture wouldn't pick up this trash.
Will you shut up? You shut up, man. It's a comedy.
How about that? Does that cut you deep enough? Just for saying that he wants kids. Jesus. What a hateful human being, drinking your little coffee. Oh, look, I go outside and drink coffee. Well, fucking good for you. I make it in my house, and that's how I like it. Mostly because it's cheap. Anyway, continuing on. Damn, this one of them hoes that's really mad for real. It's titled, Shove a Cigar Up There Instead. There is some backstory. He says, long-time reader, first-time poster. This was several years ago, and as I'm sure most can guess, this is my ex-girlfriend now. I was an occasional cigar smoker, had maybe one cigar on the weekend, and that was it. I had told her this prior to us dating, and I told her that I didn't smoke nothing else. Are you sure? You don't want to try some?
You smoke with cigarettes? Do I smoke with cigarettes? Man, I be smoking with cigarettes all the time.
It didn't seem to bother her, as she said she was happy that I didn't smoke. Anyway, I think she misunderstood. You probably should have clarified that. I told her one day that I was excited because I had a new shipment of cigars coming that were my favorite cigars, and she absolutely blew her lid for about a month. These are just messages from one day while I was at work. F you, F you, F you, F you, F you. Like, yeah, a lot of times. I'm going to put my phone on. So I'm going to turn it off, okay? I only have so much battery. I'm not spending it here. She says, who? Guess what? The weekend's coming up, and guess what you get to do? Smoke! F you. F you, F you, F you poo, F you. She's typing them individually because she misspelled one of them. I think that's fantastic. F yo you. I'm so freaking hurt. I hope you're freaking satisfied with yourself. You just freaking crushed someone who really cares about you. Yes, I care about you. That's why I'm abusing you.
We could have been a good couple. We could have had something special. But you one crazy ass bitch.
I know my wife doesn't like that I smoke, but yeah, you can't ever really change somebody. They've got to make the decision themselves. And it sounds like OP has a good handle on it, you know? Cigars, maybe once a month on a weekend or something. Sounds fine to me. She's just looking for any excuse to blow up. Or maybe she's got like a dad with a tragic backstory. He smoked 3 packs a day and we lost him far too early. Anyway, whatever damage she's carrying, she's definitely crazy now. So let's carry on. You just crushed someone who really freaking cares about you. Or I should say cared. I hope you freaking feel like crap all day today. Oh, gee, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what you've done to me for the past fucking 5 months. 5 months? I thought it... What's going on here? She just gets mad every time you go out and smoke a cigar? She's been building this up for 5 months, presumably your entire relationship. And if that's the case, good for you. Get out right now. That's... that's the biggest win. F you! I can't say it enough. F Yomu! Yeah, bro, all my homies hate Yomu. F you, F you, F you. You effing liar. Oh, and by the way, you never made me come, and I hope that one hurts. Yeah, surprisingly, it wasn't about you for once. It was me having my moment. You never mattered enough for me to care if you got yours. Actually, see, that's like playing into the vitriol. That's just throwing gasoline on a fire, but I don't know. Also, could be fun. This whole thing gets spit out of control even faster. Sometimes that's really fun. Anyway, every time I was about to, you rolled over and were friggin' selfish. F you. I can't fucking believe you. I'm so repulsed. I can't believe you would freaking lie to me about this. The fuck? I'm so beyond made. You lied to me again. I'm such a freaking fool. That's 2 strikes for you. Oh, are you sure you don't want to just throw the third one in for free? Like, I'm basically out of here after this display, so just if you wanted to, you know. And to think, I wanted you inside me. Might as well shove a freaking cigar or a pipe up there instead. Hey, now you're thinking. You know, some of those girls in Thailand, they light up a cigarette and they smoke it with their... Never mind. It's a bad time to bring that up.
I ain't even going near that.
F you. Here's the picture of the fucking poison that you love so freaking much. Yeah, it's a nice looking cigar. I like to have a little puff on that, you know? Truth is, we all poison ourselves in different ways. So if I choose tobacco, then leave me alone. Go eat McDonald's or whatever the hell it is you do, okay? You've got a vice. The steam has to be let out somewhere, so just go do that shit and leave me alone.
I don't take no shit from anyone. I smoke my stogie anywhere I want.
You love this more than me, apparently, so shove it up your butt. Maybe it could blow you better than I did. Yeah, probably. Did anybody ever tell you that you're sort of toothy? I hope you're happy with that freaking shot more than me. Shove your freaking cigar and your freaking pipe up your freaking butt. That is the only way that you'll get any freaking pleasure. Yeah, apparently it is. We're not allowed to enjoy things. Again, you thought dating was something that was supposed to be enjoyable, that you liked? Ha! Simple-minded fool! It only serves to keep you from enjoying things while you have to pretend to enjoy the other thing. Really, I find a mixture is good, but see, a mixture requires both ingredients. I need to put tobacco in this cake. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But yeah, cool post. That woman, just run. Just run, dude. She's gonna say, I broke up with you, and you say, okay, whatever, bye. I need to go now. Anyway, I like that one a lot, but we'll move on. Another OP who's way too excited and says, I finally got one! Hey everybody, it's Chantal. Teddy bear emoji, unicorn emoji, apple icon. Well, OP slides in the DMs and says, hey, what are you doing today? And Chantal says, I don't make plans. Never have, never will. Yeah, that's not a great way to go through life. I had to learn that one the hard way, too. My parents, my grandma tried to impress upon me the importance of scheduling, and I'm like, nah. Now my whole life is nothing but scheduling things. You just gotta learn to lead in. OP says, what does that even mean? And she says, I don't have plans. That's what that means. My sentence was pretty self-explanatory. I mean, yeah, sorta, I guess. OP says, actually, it wasn't explanatory. It was confusing AF. So, you never have any schedule? No job, no school, etc. She says, who the fuck keeps a schedule? I know nobody in my life who keeps the schedule or makes plans with their life. I just go on day by day.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Chantal, that is fucking grim. You have depressed me deeply with that statement. Just go on day by day. What are you marching towards? What are you hoping to accomplish? You're just living without any, like, sentience or willpower? Like a barnyard animal. Just wake up and do the thing every day. I don't know. I'm still alive, so that's cool. You have to build towards something. What the fuck? OP says, well, I have class at like 10 a.m., for example. You don't know anyone who has class. Chantal says, no, I know nobody who's in college right now, or university. Yeah, bad example. You've never had a doctor or dentist appointment? Like, just something. You've scheduled something. I know you have. You can't survive in the world today without scheduling something. Maybe you could. It would be really difficult, though, and much more expensive, too. OP says, well, okay, another example. I have work at 1 p.m. You don't know anybody that has to work? Chantal says, okay, that's cool. You got your life organized, but I don't. Why does it seem like a big fucking deal to you? Why does it matter to you so much? I don't know. Why are you so defensive about it? It seemed like, relatively innocent small talk, but Yeah, we could blow it way out of proportion if you want to. OP says, like, you're all good, but you got hella defensive. All I did was casually ask what you're doing today, skull emoji. It wasn't that deep. It was for her. It awoken some things that her therapist should have helped her deal with. But she can't get a therapist because she doesn't schedule things. Anyway. Chantal says, well, to be honest with you, I told you. And then you had to go on a fucking rampage about a friggin' organized life. Who cares about your fucking organized life? Nobody!
Damn, bitch. You live like this?
I mean, I think it's pretty cool. Why have you chosen so adamantly to not organize your life, I guess is what I'd ask you next. OP says, well, I was confused at first. Then Chantal sends I, or an L, I don't know. And then OP says, then you hit me up with that self-explanatory thing, and I had to show you how it definitely was confusing without any context. Honestly, I don't think it was that confusing, and on top of that, who fucking cares? It's your life! You can mess it up any way you want. Your little non-scheduling thing, it's gonna be cute for a while. Eventually, it's gonna cause a lot of problems. You need to get at least a little bit more organized. Please, not for me, for you. Chantal says, no, I don't see how it was confusing because it was pretty self-explanatory to me. Oh, that's what truly matters. It's not like we're using words to try and communicate ideas or anything like that. Made sense to me? You don't get it? Fuck you! I do that sometimes. I guess I'm just as guilty as Chantal. I don't know. You just sort of loop people into your stream of consciousness, and they have no idea what we're talking about. I'm trying to be better about it, but I don't know. It seems to get worse with age. OP says, I don't make plans and never will. To me, means I'm not in school, never will be. I don't have a job, never will have a job. Like, what do you mean? It's definitely confusing for someone to say they'll literally never make plans. Like, yeah, excuse me for being initially confused by that. No, literally, that is her plan, is that she has no plan. Chantal, I just live my life day by day. Whatever happens, happens. Okay. And OP says, yeah, all right, I guess. Chantal, like, I don't even see what the big friggin' deal is. You have an organized life. Great. You have an organized life. Like, who cares? I don't. And you shouldn't really care what I do with my life.
You can do whatever the you want to do.
Yeah, Dad, it's not just a phase, okay? This is so out of control for no reason whatsoever. You're like irrationally defensive about the fact that you don't do anything. And yet, still, despite your feelings, you don't get up and do anything. I don't understand the logic. I got to be real honest with you. This is mystifying. OP says, hey, look, I genuinely don't give a fuck if you have an organized life or not. But if you can't understand how the sentiment that someone will quote-unquote never make plans in their life is confusing, then I don't know what to tell you, lol. Like, I asked you to elaborate pretty politely, and from there, you got hella aggressive. Yeah, and she's not going to back down, because the problem is not the fact that she doesn't do anything. The problem is that you brought up the fact that she doesn't do anything. Thanks for reminding me of all the bad choices that I made, asshole. I'm just trying to help. I don't know what to do. Don't bother DMing chicks on Instagram. That's what I know. Like 9 times out of 10, waste of time. Waste of time. Chantal, waste of time. She serves as nothing except for like a very bleak example of the worst of humanity. Sloth is a deadly sin, okay? Fucking get it together, Chantal. Anyway, we'll move on to another post. This OP just says, Lamau, look at this one. I guess I will. It's from r/no stupid questions. Previous discount asks, why are young men getting more right wing? Well, it's called the Overton window, and it shifted pretty far to the left there for a little while, and now it's backing out. And now more things on the right are acceptable talking points. Eventually we'll probably shift too far that way. It's just the delicate dance of society in which we certainly live. Antique ad comes in and says, men are the cause of everything wrong in society. Men are the reason there are wars. Men are the reason that there's assault. Men are the reason that there's racism and sexism and injustice.
Men, we don't know what we did.
Oh, really? That does seem rather convenient, doesn't it? It's like, yeah, all the bad things, we're just gonna pawn it off on this other gender. Like, all of them. The entire thing is just terrible. I would certainly never do anything like that, she said, while engaging in blatant sexism.
Women.
Men are why we need big guns to defend ourselves against other men. Men are the causes of everything. I mean, we're the cause of a lot, but everything? That's so nice of you to say. I think there's more good things than bad things, especially considering the track that society is on, you know? Everybody's got a computer in their pocket. They're internationally connected on the internet. They mostly use it to look at dirty pictures, but, you know, that's sort of an inherent flaw within humanity, I guess. Did men cause those dirty pictures? Yeah, most of them, yeah. They were the big man in charge for decades, and all I did was hold everyone down. Oh, all I did. See, Freudian slip there. Now that they're being held down, they've got a friggin' problem with it? Well, yes, because again, you claim to be against sexism while engaging in sexism. That's stupid. I don't think anybody was held down. I think you were held down by blaming all of your problems on the opposite gender rather than using that energy to work on yourself and improve your own life. You know what I mean? Your biggest enemy was you the whole time. You are the demons. Good luck exercising them. I don't care to pass on any more knowledge. You'll have to unwrap that riddle yourself, you know? It's part of the journey. That's what they say. Never gonna see it anyways. Moving on. This OP says, 28 female guilt-tripped me for simply expressing my needs. Always made excuses for her misbehavior. I didn't snatch her phone, I grabbed it. And she faked a breakup for attention. Got it, 28, dude.
Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore.
I can't. All of that is some 18-year-old baby bullshit. You need to go back to high school, all right? You're not ready for an emotionally mature relationship that's full of open communication. Gina. Her name is Gina. OP starts the conversation with, I need you to park on the other side of the garage so I can leave early tomorrow morning for work. Hey, that's good for you putting food on the table. And she says, of course. Don't be bitchy. Bro, what?
Me? I ain't saying nothing that would matter to anyone.
My wife often accuses me of stuff like that too. It's like I'm just stating a fact very clearly, and she's like, "Why are you mad?" And it's like, "I'm not mad. I'm mad that you're accusing me of being mad." Anyway, OP says, "Yeah, that's not bitchy. It's just a fact. I need to leave at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow." And she says, "I think you meant, babe, can you please park on the other side of the driveway so I can leave early tomorrow morning for work?" So babe and please were really the only thing missing? I guess that's true. You know, nice words are nice. But you know what's not nice? Starting a fight about the lack of nice words. You know what I meant, okay? Read the subtext in between the lines. She continues, I'm aware that you need to leave at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. And he says, I'm so tired. Please have empathy that I have had a long day. Well, guess what, puppet boy? It's not about you. It's about me. So dance. Dance and say the words that I want you to say. This is healthy. This relationship is super healthy. I'm liking that a lot. Do you think she'll have empathy? I don't. She says, go to bed. I'll sleep at Aaron's. Oh my god. You're saying I'm creating drama, while at the same time completely ignoring the bigger picture, which was, I had no problem parking a certain way, and I thought it went without saying I would so that anyway, you make me feel taken for granted. What? Oh, I would do that anyway, okay. But still, what? The logic underlying it is just... just because of the way he phrased it. Are we fucking done here? It's 10 o'clock now, I need to go to bed. Waking up at 6:30 for this ungrateful bitch. You make me feel taken for granted. How about that? Nobody's ready for that discussion. You're a man, you're supposed to be taken for granted. Yeah, I guess most of the time. I never dated a guy who would take something like me saying, can you park in the garage, and reply with, I need you to park on the other side of the garage so I can leave early tomorrow morning for work. I understand you had a long day, but in my opinion, it could have been said differently. Yes, it definitely could have, but it wasn't. And now we've sparked the entire powder keg. I'm not gonna get any fucking sleep for work tomorrow, and you probably still won't move the car. I'm going to drag our heavy dresser in front of the door and light our room on fire with both of us in it. That is how frustrated I am by the bullshit that you put me through.
You motherfucker, I will rain hellfire upon you!
Just let her know how it is, you know? Sometimes you gotta let it all hang out. Anyway, she says, it doesn't get more effed up than that. Not saying, babe, I need you to please do thing. You're like adding so much subtext. You want me to put a smiley face at the end? Can you move the car? I really need to go to work. I can't wait to wake up at fucking 6:30. She says, stop trying to convince yourself like I did something wrong that night. And apparently earlier she also said, what else should I be sorry for? And OP says, you should be sorry for grabbing the phone from my hands. And she says, I think there's a difference between snatching something out of someone's hand, which is very unprovoked and random, versus what I did, which was just being annoying and grabbing your phone during quality time. Yeah, this is quality time, honey. It's time for your daily dick flattening. Yes, dear. Why? You don't get to manhandle my phone. You can ask me to put it down, and probably I will, if you'd like to spend some time with me. But don't touch it. That's uncalled for. Oh, babe, put your phone down. We're gonna play Candyland. I don't give a fuck. Just take my turn for me, okay? I'm making a thumbnail. I'm trying to put some food on the table. Leave me alone! Gina says, my ideal relationship. And it's a man bowing at a woman's feet. Do you like this photo? Not particularly. I've seen many better photos. It's still going on with Gina. She says, I honestly don't really have any desire to see you at this point. Like, grossed out at myself for caring and trying so hard with someone who clearly could care less. So they are capable of caring less? I think it's couldn't care less. Whatever. I'm blocking your number and I'm done. And I hope you find whatever the frick you're looking for. Why aren't you at my house? Wait, what? We're done. I thought I was free.
What more do you want from me?
Apparently not. Apparently OP's looped right back in. Oh, that is the most tragic end to this story. I gotta tell you that. Here's him talking to her again casually. And he says something with Rowan today. And she says, I want a pancake. Why don't you take a mirror and look at your butt? Hi-oh!
Gotcha, bitch!
Bam, bam! Got him! Nice flat pancake butt. You just got it's a tiny incision at the bottom. That's it. She wants to go out. I think we're gonna get some Asian food at Butterfly to Chill, Asian restaurant in town. Is that Butterfly Restaurant or Butterfly to Chill is the whole name? You know what? I don't care. I hope they use a lot of MSG and you come home and crash out and I don't have to deal with you for a few hours. When she comes over, I want to ask if she wants to get pedicures. Oh yeah. Really doing the important work here. I'm gonna get a pedicure and eat some Asian food. Oh, what a life of luxury you live. Who's footing the bill for all this shit? The guy who's grinding, getting up at 6:30? Get out of there, OP! Come on!
You can't keep doing shitty things and then feel bad about yourself like that makes it okay.
You deserve so much better than whatever the hell this is. And if all that wasn't enough to convince you, what happens next really puts the cherry on this big sad Sunday. OP says to her, you know, that sounds like a nice day. Have fun. And she says, are you driving? I'm supposed to fucking drive you? What? Then she texts again and says, you've been ignoring me all day. Have fun. I really don't like it when you don't answer my text. Yeah, well, I don't really like it when you're a wretched shrew, which seems to be basically all the time. So, you know, pack your shit up. I don't want to do this whole thing anymore. I think it was a mistake. All of this because you couldn't follow the most simple instruction in the world. Very directly worded. Park on the other side of the garage. And she's like, no, you gotta say please and all this other shit. Like, no, I don't. I have to go to bed is what I have to do. Gotta wake up, gotta grind my ass off so you can go eat at Butterfly Restaurant and have pedicures. You ungrateful bitch. Taken for granted. You don't know the meaning of the word. She's been taking advantage of OP forever. I hope you got the hell out of there. This is the saddest story ever if she did loop you back in. Are you driving? No, you're driving. Driving me up a wall! Hit her with that one. That could be fun. Like, if you really do want to fight, then we can have fights every single day. That's fine.
I could do this all day.
We'll see who breaks first when you haven't been to the nail salon in a month. Guess you gotta learn to do it yourself. Oh, sucks to suck. Anyway, let's move into something else, I guess. Oh, we got some beefy ones on the horizon here. Girl, 25 female, calls me, 25 female, creepy after 2 hangouts/dates. OP says she went on a date with a girl on Bumble who didn't live too far away. We exchanged numbers and she asked me to come to her place. We chilled, smoked, watched 22 Jump Street, cuddled a bit. I insinuated a few, you know, double entendres since we were flirting and a hint at kissing. She clearly didn't like it, so I stopped. And the day after, we went on a picnic date that I thought went pretty great. I made a lot of teasing jokes during my time with her. In the text, it explained that I just talked a lot of crap to her. That's what she meant, like saying, oh, you're a scary driver, ha ha ha. But every time it just felt like I couldn't really express that playfulness. Not to mention she yapped nonstop about herself to the point where I couldn't get a word in. These texts disappoint me, coming from a 25-year-old woman. Sad face. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. She might file a police report on me in a couple of days, and it's terrifying. Women can do a lot if they don't like you. I guess the biggest question I have is whether it was a hangout or whether it was a date. What is the language that was used in setting it up? Because, yeah, she didn't like the kissing thing, and yet you seem to go on with the double entendres in text. I don't know what scary driver, what the hell you're talking about there. But okay, that's fine. That's great. We're gonna get through the thing. I'm sure it'll totally make more sense once we get through the thing. OP says, hey, I'm headed to work. Have a good rest of your day. And she says, hope you have a good day at work. If you're gonna act like this, you can be honest and just ghost me or something. Like, what the F? Why are you switching up so much? I'm at work. OP says, I'm switching up? I'm literally not. I'm going to work. She says, if you want to believe that, okay. But you're not acting like you normally do. And acting like an old person who texts, which is kind of passive-aggressive for a 25-year-old. Wait, how do old people act on their texts? Oh, like with the emoji. You said, have a good day at work, and I just thumbs up it instead of saying, thanks, you have a good day being a fucking layabout and doing nothing.
All you ever do around here is eat, sleep, and shit.
Yeah, I hope you truly enjoy that. I love waking up at 6:30. It's the best. I get to do this for the next 40 years. It's awesome. I've slain myself already. Anyway, Nice Girl says, you can pretend all that, but I literally am watching shit be switched up in your way of being, but okay. Yeah, how long have we known each other? 2 dates? I know exactly how you're supposed to be, and you're not acting the way that I imagined you're supposed to be. That's a really weird thing to say. You truly know nothing about me. OP says, I'm just being respectful too, because it seems I'm taking things too fast right now, and I want to make sure you don't feel smothered. I'm not being passive-aggressive either, but okay. I swear I'm not doing anything. How do I normally act? You just met me. You don't know me like that. Dude, facts. This is some manipulation tactic that we're seeing going on right now. Nice Girl says, okay, well, maybe you're just not ready for dating, and you should work on yourself first, because it seems like you're about to come out as a trans woman that's predatory, like, named Jamie. That's not a good vibe to get from someone.
Jamie, have you seen Joey's balls? See if you can pull up the picture of Joey.
You have a problem with the name Jamie. I'm not even going to touch the trans woman statement with a 10-foot pole. Although I can imagine that as a lesbian, it would be frustrating, I think. Nice Girl says, I don't feel like that's the life path that you're picking, but it's definitely the vibes that you're giving. That OP's going to go trans and change their name to Jamie? I am so beyond confused. Nice Girl says, okay, I can tell you piece by piece, because I'm kind of screwing you over, and you give me the friggin' creeps, so let's be honest. You make a hell of a lot of jokes, you're really fucking clingy, you sent me a U-Haul lesbian joke not that long after we went on a date. You switch up words when you say one thing, and I say, huh, and you'll switch up what you said, and change what you said. Many times I've seen that happen, because I do hear you. And why the fuck you say, huh? I just stay home because I didn't register, but then both register. Like, for example, last night you said that you thought I was a cool person, but then you said that you really adored me, but you switched it up, and then you go manic and use people to get off on, and you won't even tell me your real body account, which is including putting Peters in your mouth when you're totally a freaking creep and you use people. You just use them to go get blown, but you act like a wuss. You're weird as hell with how you talk. It's worse than fuckboy. It's giving predator. I mean, this is information that we could take on board. Is it true or not? I'm not sure. It does seem needlessly aggressive, but I don't know. Maybe they were just that uncomfortable around you. She says, I don't want you to come to my house. I'm scared that you're gonna stalk me. You're friggin' weird, so work on that, bro. Like, talking to you was enjoyable, but then hanging out with you each time has made me hate it more, because you're weird. Another fucking huge red flag is the fact that you are so okay with all the drugs I've done that you didn't question the fact that I said yes to fit in. All which means you're either dumb AF or doing a hell of a lot more stuff. Especially from the town you live in. You should know about drugs. Look up the police record of who's in jail and why. That's what I did after our phone call, because I didn't trust you, because you give me predatory vibes. And if you come near my friggin' house again, I'll call the cops. And I will physically kick your ass like a little football, because you make me feel unsafe. You're little ticks in life, too. Okay? Well, I think we've gone past the point of constructive criticism. Like, you say you had fun hanging out and talking, but then you go on this, like, deep dive through the internet and put all of these strange thoughts and doubts into your head. Oh my god, you're from that town? The crime rate in that town is this. It's like, it's just really weird. Anyway, Nice Girl says, you are a messed up person somewhere in your life, past, mentally, physically. I'm not exactly sure, but you do not have the social awkwardness tick. You have the I'm messed up in the mind and lying he tick. You have asked me to talk crap many times in our few little days of knowing each other about PPD, but when I ask you, you nervously laugh about it for an extraordinarily uncomfortable amount of time. PPD might mean paranoid personality disorder or postpartum depression. I'm not sure. Considering they're both lesbians, I'm gonna put my money on the personality disorder, but you know, let the chips fall where they may, or something like that. Nice Girl says, what are you hiding? Like, you're so creepy. I want to text every single one of your exes and know why. I've done a deep dive internet search on you, trying to figure out why you're such a freaking creepy ass human being. It's not cute. It's not anything. You act like a pick me, choose me, wussy little bitch boy that don't know anything about the world or care or have done worse. What? You act super passive-aggressive on our date, and you said rude things about me. You made fun of me passive-aggressively. Oh yeah, was all of that super passive-aggressive? I just want to be clear. Because in my opinion, as long as it's not aggressive-aggressive, we're good to go. And, you seem like a narcissistic human, and if all your exes have BPD and you laugh when I ask if you have BPD, it's more than likely like by 80%. That's right, I know it from the detector in my brain. 60% of the time it works, every time.
Oh, a sarcasm detector. Well, that's a really useful invention.
You're a raging narcissistic person, and you're probably a maltreater too. You freak me the F out. If I ever see you, I'll call the cops immediately. You got weird about me changing the plan and wanting to drive, but then the whole way there, you told me that I was better off for it. You joke about stuff that's not friggin' funny, like, where the fuck are we supposed to be going in this hick town that you made me go to? Little Hills Have Eyes vibe, you know? My wife likes jokes like that. I was so ready and how to backup plan of how I was going to escape and leave your ass there without a care if you did anything on our date, because what the fuck is your issue? Dude, this is all caused by your true crime podcasts. You realize that? You had a nice enough time on the date, so you wanted to investigate this person further, and that's where the mental illness spiral started for you. You've sabotaged your own relationship with somebody that apparently you might have had a good time with, and I think you need to ask yourself why that is. You know, maybe the problem is not with everybody else. Maybe it's time to look inwardly a little bit. Anyway, why do you act like that? What the F is wrong with you that you give off predatory trans girl vibes, which is a whole different type of predator? It's like on the level of being a furry predator. I have so many experiences in my life, but I have never felt so uncomfortable by someone that acts like you, and that's crazy. I also am very aware of what it looks like and feels like when predators become a part of your life. You can't defend yourself out of this one. You can't passively aggressively laugh it off. You kind of disgust me, really, like 0 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend you as a human to be in another person's life that I care about because I don't want them to be hurt. But your worst enemy, you would inflict OP on your worst enemy. I mean, that's getting some kind of use, you know? That's worth at least 1 out of 5 stars. The only thing that OP really does is stand there and giggle. But apparently it was enough to set this woman off. She's like, oh my god, total creep vibes. And I don't know, part of me believes that maybe that presumption was right on the money. Continuing on, you are so intimately obsessed. You like to use that you haven't known me that long card, but you talk crap about me to me all the time already, and it's not cute. You rushed in so fast, you fucked everything up, and now you're a creep in my life. And everyone I know is. Life. The crystal comment was actually friggin' I have never given you a reason as to me doing that. Never once did I bring that drug up. You're weird. You're a predator. And I guarantee you're gonna come out as the trans girl and force people to blow your little egg roll like the predatory vibes you're giving. Little egg roll. Is that racism mixed in there too? Oh, it's a smorgasbord. Maybe you should work on yourself and not date anyone for their own safety. You don't seem like a good person for the community in Statesville. At least your town, you're doing great. Just get caught with drug snags. Maybe try to end someone, because that's pretty on brand for where you live. So good thing you moved out there. Are we really being judged by the place that we live? I thought we'd move beyond all this. Never will. Welcome to humanity, I guess. It's definitely more accepted to be weird out there than it is in California. So keep living in that dream and don't friggin' talk to me. I hate you. Really? You scare me. Another thing. God, it's still going. How long does this go on? I can't.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
But I must. I have to train my willpower, okay? We put our heads down, we barrel through! She's repeating herself now, which just drives me up a freaking wall. Makes me question my own sanity. It also happened in the My Immortal fanfic. Gave me a laugh then, but that didn't have, like, you know, real humans being mixed up in it. Somebody sitting here and having to sort through all of this crap. Part of me feels bad for OP, but I don't know, part of what NiceGirl said was true, you know? You're coming on a little too strong with the double entendres, and then you're like, oh, I tried to slow it down, but you didn't really, did ya? Maybe some of the things you did were a little bit fucking creepy, and maybe that is criticism we could take on board. Did NiceGirl go overboard? Yeah, I absolutely think so. But who am I to presume what feelings she was feeling? I think I said very early on that you must have made her massively uncomfortable, and that seems to be the case. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason. Anyway, repeated paragraph about being a bitch but a sweetheart, and then she says, also, you can't really deny anything because my best friend was sitting next to me the whole time last night and heard all the weird stuff you said, so gotcha. Don't friggin' talk your way out of this one because it's 2 against 1. I know how to be a narcissistic weirdo. You give me so many red flags. How to identify a narcissistic weirdo? I think this is that fucking voice-to-text feature from the iPhone. Literally, could never marry him, could literally never even see you again. You freak me out, you freak me the F out, and then don't think I can do anything for myself as a person in this world because I'm a girl. Honey, I'm taller than you and have taken down a 6 foot, 600 pound man. You think I can't take your ass down either? I mean, a 600 pound man is severely out of shape. You basically just roll him onto his stomach and then he suffocates in the bed. He can't roll himself. It's like a turtle. Great big fat disgusting turtle.
Yuck, gross! Ew, nasty! Oh my god, it's so gross!
I'm just a bitch because I stand up for myself when people are weird. And you know what's really funny about being a woman versus a man? When a man is blunt, assertive, incites boundary, and or expresses what they want, it's okay. But when a woman becomes insertive, well, I'm dead. And sets boundaries, it's bitchy. You also blame my period for my mood, which was a trap. I'm not starting that till next month. It's just to prove that you're the kind of misogynistic a-hole who would be a predator because that's typically how misogynistic a-holes work. But you're a wussy bitch boy, so it's gonna be in the level of furry predator named Jamie. You seem really obsessed with the furry thing. What's going on there? Did a man in a tiger costume hurt you? Or a woman, I guess. Whatever. And again, I do think that she's making some valid points here. It's just getting sent across a little too hard, you know? How's anybody supposed to catch it when you're throwing it that hard? He's a baby boy. Have some mercy, would you? I swear to God, that's the level you give off. I can see it, give you a name, and I was already scared of you before. Like, if I wanted to date such a bitch, I'd get a woman. Like, there's no excuses you can come up with for how you've been treating me. This is not good behavior as a human. This is not good behavior as a raised Mormon. Like, where are your values and morals? Because we don't share the same ones. I would never make someone feel as uncomfortable as you can with 2 sentences. I would never be such an a-hole. I mean, you're being sort of an asshole right now, if I could be quite frank. Simply stating the truth doesn't exempt you from assholedom. I should know. And also, the Mormon thing seemed to come out of nowhere. As soon as you share anything like that with somebody, they're like, I'm going to use that spirituality as a wedge to get you to do what I want to do. How about fuck you? And right after saying that she would never be such an a-hole, Nice Girl goes in and says, "You didn't like when I started making fun of you. That's because you keep doing it. And you're short AF too, which just makes it worse. I tried to get over that. I really did. It wasn't that big of an issue, but now it's like, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't care. I don't care. I'm a bitch." Yeah. I totally am not an a-hole, nor would I ever be one. But also, remember that time I made fun of you? You didn't like it, did ya? All of that really was just Nice Girl trying to punch back. Let you know that she's being made very uncomfortable. Sometimes you cork those feelings and they build up enough in the bottle. And then you get an explosion like this. Very overblown. Welcome to the Unleashed Full Power. Do not try and defend this, because there are no words. There's no defense for the way you make me feel with how you've been treating me, to have such a strong sense of predatory behavior, to be scared like we were at the park and I almost walked up to some lady and said, "I don't know him, he's kind of creeping me out." You just ain't it for me and others, because you're going to end up on the Offender National Registry if you continue at this pace. What are some of the things that were said? Like, I know the double entendres and stuff, but they must not have been like, slightly cheeky ones. Finally, OP does respond and says, "Sorry I felt that way. Not what I was intending to make you feel. You can go ahead and look me up if you feel like it. I don't care, honestly. Just trying to go out and date again. I don't have anything negative about you other than you just assuming stuff, but if I give off bad vibes like that, maybe it's better to just leave me alone. I was going with good intentions to begin with, and if you read me wrong like that, then maybe a future with you wouldn't be it. I tried to be good with you as a person every day, no matter the past. I don't really go manic anymore. It was just a really bad time in my life, and what triggered it was me getting maltreated intimately. I didn't really talk about that at all, but you just seemed like you didn't really care about my stories. And if you're using me as a rebound, which I can kind of tell, then maybe you need to stop dating in general. My intentions were not to come off as creepy. I'm sorry if that's how it came across, but genuinely, you definitely brought back trauma of me not being able to talk and feeling overwhelmed by just negative things spewed all over me. I see now you're just insulting me over really nothing. You wanted me to tell you about myself, and I did. Full truth, and my nervous laughs and all that are from my anxiety. It's just how I deal with stuff. I just laugh. I can't help it, but if my past bothers you, then that's fine. I'll just altogether stop dating for now. I can't really defend myself if you're saying you feel that way. Again, it's just how you feel. It's not true, but just know that I hear ya. I've been around BPD, and I think you have it. You should definitely get checked out. No insults here. I had a great few days with you. Anyway, I'll respect your request and leave you alone, and don't worry, I won't come to your place. Again, you assume I'm a stalker, and I'm not gonna do that. I can't have negativity like that in my life. I hope you can trust someone one day. Well, you handled that fairly maturely. But yeah, I'm still pretty skeeved out by, like, the clearly unwanted double entendres and the kissing and stuff. My opinion is you're both quite dysfunctional in interesting and different ways. She doesn't take a mature response very well. She says, "You're so full of crap, bro. Get the frick off my phone and never come to my house, because I'll call the cops and I will fuck you up so fast. You're freaky, low-key. Just want to put your name on a report, just in case level of freaky, and you're trying to put it all on me. Very accurate to how you perceive yourself to me. Please go get help mentally before you really hurt someone." Yeah, she's just taking her shots to take her shots at this point. Like, it's just mean to be mean. OP is still trying to take the high ground, says, "It really hurt me when you said that about me. Me being an offender, when literally I dealt with a lot of creeps in my life growing up. To be labeled as that for just genuinely wanting to find a soulmate is definitely new. I'm not trying to put anything on you. I'm just trying to see it from your perspective, and I do see how I could come across as creepy. If you want to falsely report me, you can. I know for a fact I didn't do anything to you. If I'm full of shit, well, just know that you are too. Again, I will not insult you. Kinda, you just did. You're broken, and you will break more people. My intention isn't to hurt anyone. I could use your text to report you if I wanted. It's all threatening, and I haven't done anything. Anyway, please don't text me again. You guys are both gonna end up texting each other again. This argument shall last throughout the eons. It is inevitable, like the heat death of the universe.
August 12, 2036. Heat death of the universe.
She says, don't act like one. Also, men who have been maltreated turn into PDFs. I'm not sorry. Don't make me feel that way, and I won't have to be, honey. Oh, with the passive-aggressive honey at the end. Yeah, cool, awesome. OP says, I'm not asking you to be sorry. I'm asking you to please not text me again. And then you get a 30-second voice message.
Bitch, I don't want you to ever come near me. You acting like I hurt you. You acting like a stalker. You acting like I have to go put a police report out on your ass just so I don't have to feel like you're gonna stalk me. Do not put this on me. If you come near me, I will call the cops and you will be arrested for being a creep. I will block your ass gladly. Get the off my phone, you piece of shit.
And OP just says, yeah, okay. Because honestly, aren't we all beat down after that? Aren't you just worn down to a little nub after experiencing just a passing brush with both of these people? I was going to say this nice girl, but no, it's OP too. You've both, you've both taken something from me today that I'll never get back. And I want you to know that. I'm exhausted after that last post, so I'm just going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching, friends. Sign up on the Patreon, the YouTube memberships. Check out my Fourth Wall for merch. Amazon affiliate link if you want to see my microphone. And also kick me a few affiliate bucks from Amazon. Hey, never complained about that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share the video around. Those are free things. You don't need any money for those. But even if you didn't want to do that, I mean, that's fine. You watched the video this far, I appreciate you. Before I get out of here, I'd like to remind you, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye.
Nani baka, nani baka, nani baka, nani baka, nani baka.